How did you feel like your team responded to the last time that you played the Nuggets 2 weeks ago? And what did you make of like your team's execution, communication, et cetera, out there tonight?
I thought it was great. We played them to start our last road trip. And I thought we started the game against them really well. In Denver, the ball was moving. I thought we got stops. We got out in transition. Obviously, on the road, it's harder to sustain that, playing in altitude. It was Doc's first game coaching. So it was just a lot of moving parts. And I think tonight we was able to continue our momentum from the last game and, having some physicality defensively, getting out in transition, moving the ball. And we was able to sustain it. I thought that was the biggest difference tonight is we just kind of kept going.
And the communication seemed to be at a really high level. What got it there for you with this game?
I just think it's the accountability, when we watching film, when we in our meetings, in practice. I think Doc is just, and our entire staff, they're doing a great job of just calling everything out. They're challenging us in a lot of different ways. Our communication, how physical we are, how we carry ourselves as a group, trying to find our identity. Who do we want to be? Who are we gonna step like when we get on the floor? And I think we just having a lot of carryover because it's so much conversation around it.
Hey Dame, right here. Another game for you guys, holding an opponent under 100 points. Just dovetailing off that, just what have you seen as the biggest improvement on the defensive side of the ball since Doc took over?
I think we just, we've taken a lot of time to, I would say, I guess, simplify things. We doing a lot of walking through, just walking through scenarios and situations and different things that teams might try to do against us, when we're on the defensive side of the floor. Some things that we could do well, and I think we've just embraced it, I think the walkthroughs and, the small attention to detail type things that we've been going over time and time and time again, and we do it in film, I think it's really starting to help us. And, we, like I said, we having carryover, and it's something that we're able to sustain over the course of a game.
Hey, Dame, I know early on, the wins weren't translating, but there was progress being made, and now the progress is leading to more wins for you guys. How much more can this team unlock, and how important is it now that you guys are putting it all together?
I think the beauty of, everything that we've been through as a team so far this season and how much room we have to grow is that, it's a lot of season left. And like you said, we've been able to find ways to get it done and win games, and we haven't been our best selves, on either end of the floor. So I think that's something for us to be excited about. And, we could be better offensively, we can be better defensively. So I think it's a lot to be unlocked. There's still a lot of things that we haven't been able to do at a high level for a long period of time, whether that's a full game or over a stretch of games. So, the closer we get to that, I think it'll be great. But we struggled a little bit initially. I think it was just changing some of our foundation that we've, grown accustomed to over the first couple months of the season. And now that it's down, we starting to pick up on it. We starting to understand better. We getting more and more connected. And, I think now we starting to take off a little bit and, start to look like it on the floor and win some games.
What's your favorite part of the AllStar Weekend?
My favorite part of the AllStar Weekend? Just getting the experience with my family. I'm usually there with my family. And I think because we do this job every single day, you come to practice and you watch film and you come to the games. Like I don't think we actually take it for granted in our hearts, but anytime you do something so consistently, you just get used to it, and you kind of lose sight of how big of a deal it is to be able to accomplish our dreams and playing in the NBA. So being a part of AllStar Weekend is like a step up, So I think for my family to be able to come and see me at that level, playing in the game with the best players in the game, for the 8th time, starting for the first time. I remember going to AllStar Weekend as a kid in Oakland, and just all the entertainment that was there, So my kids being able to experience that, my family being able to experience that through me is probably my favorite part of just being there.
Just late in the first quarter there, you and Giannis were both on the bench with a couple fouls, and y'all were able to get in like a 7-0 run there at the end of that first quarter that carried over to the second. Just how big a lift was that, the way that kind of the sporting cast kind of came through late in the first?
I think obviously you have your starters, but I think, the best teams in the league are the complete teams, the teams with depth, where guys come in, do their job, they're able to step up and do their jobs regardless of, what the main guys are doing or how the game is going. And against Denver specifically, the first time, they bench came in and they really impacted the game in Denver. And tonight I thought our bench did the exact same thing to them. I picked up 2 early fouls. Giannis had 2 early fouls, and it wasn't even a conversation. It wasn't even brought up. It was just like, come in and do what you got to do. And I thought our bench really they really carried us in that first half.
Looking ahead to tomorrow, what from tonight do you think is going to translate well when you face the Heat? And, you guys were talking on the bench about how you want to give a lot of energy tonight but still try to conserve for tomorrow. How do you find that balance?
I just think you have to for us, we just got to understand what went into the game tonight. The way we played, how we were focused, the attention to detail, knowing personnel, knowing the scouting report, playing for each other, playing hard. All of those things gave us a chance to dominate a team like this tonight. And the fact that we played a little bit lower minutes tonight because we had a big lead, we just got to understand that those things gave us a chance to do that. It wasn't easy. And I think if we come out tomorrow with that same attitude, that same mentality, it's another opportunity for us to win a game.